Hello and welcome to Sound and Melodies. We are very glad to announce that finally one of our instruments from PS Sounds Library is finally ready to go out in the world. So here we are releasing PS Sounds Khagan, and this is a Tibetan singing bowl, which is a popular name. But Khagan is the original name in Nepal, and this particular instrument was gifted to us by our very dear friend, filmmaker Ngima. And this is actually pretty big singing bowl with nice resonance in it. And to check out its price, you just have to go to my website, sangampanta.com, and here in more, go to shop, and there will see PS Sounds Kontakt Library. If you click here, the details will be given to you here. And if you want to listen how it sounds in a composition with ambient music that we have created back in 2020, you just click here, and here will be the music. You can listen to this music. It's an ambient music, and combined with all of the key changes, it lacks two of our libraries, which is the Sandstream and Sandstream reverse. It does not have these sounds, but the sounds of mallet is actually there, and mallet reverse is also not there. So you can listen to how it sounds in a mallet version. So it's struck by a wooden mallet with a sponge head, and this is what you will hear if you open this and listen how it sounds. So, like I said, it's pretty big. You can check out the comparison. This is a table earthen pot with a plant in it, and the size is pretty big. And along with its size, there's also nice extending resonation that the instrument has. In the library, you will be getting four instruments: mallet, mallet reverse, Sandstream, and Sandstream reverse. So we're going to check out all of these sounds today. And let's start with Khagan mallet in the octave C0. Sorry, C2. So it's extending throughout the keyboard, which means you can have low sound here. You're going to have to use a headphones to hear this properly, but it gives you the feeling of shakiness, very low rumble in sound design and sound channels language. It is somewhat kind of low frequency effects or LFE. But if you go higher octave, so that's the sound you're getting, and you can go all the way up. And you can use your sustain pedal if you have to have a really nice resonating long sound. And here are some of the options provided for you. You can play around with this cut off, and this is cutting out the high frequency or low pass filter. And this is the reverb. If you take it off completely, this is how it sounds. If you remove the key immediately, it stops immediately. But it's good to have reverb completely there and have this lasting reverberated sound. And if we play around with the resonance, something changes around there. So you're going to have this high frequency sound whenever you want to sound design with this, like someone very close to a very loud noise, and then we have this tinnitus sound. That's what is represented here. And you can go, of course, higher in the octave and have this tinnitus sound with you. But of course, you can take it off and have the natural sound. Right. So this is Khagan mallet, and let's check out mallet reverse, which is actually the sound of mallet in reverse. And if we go higher octave, so you can use these sounds for dramatic effects in your project, song, or sound design for film or anything. And one thing forgot to mention was this is not only the sound that we have. We have actually here 11. We have actually here 11 different sounds. So this is the first sound that you heard. And if you click here, that's the second sound with much more harmonics. This is the third sound, fourth, fifth sound. And as you move upwards, you will be getting more and more velocity. So this is the final velocity. So you can choose which key do you want and then play around accordingly. For example, let's record 2 bars of simple sound. So if that's our bar here, 1 bar of changing sound, let's do it like that, just in case. And to change the sound, all you have to do is go to C0. Here it is. Add 1 note there, C0, and add whatever you want to make a change. Just add a different key switch here, right in the note or before. Let's quantize this here first. And now we can put it right along the note here, and then we move here and make 1 note up here. So now this is going to trigger 3 different sounds for you. And if you go back down to C0, like that, you can simply change the note that you require or the type of sound that you require by using these key switches here. So this is all based on your taste. What kind of changes do you want? And this is similar for all of these sounds we have here, all of the libraries we have here. So we checked mallet, reverse, and now let's try playing this key switch here. And this here. And this. And if you don't want to have that final click of the sound, you can simply release the key before that happens. And then you'll still have that reverse sound that you want. Now let's go to Sandstream here. This is actually small pebbles or tiny pebbles of rocks, and basically a little bigger than normal sand size put into the bowl as it is struck. So this gives us a very dramatic sound, and you will hear how it sounds if I play this chord here. This can be useful for song or sound design. So actually, if you go really lower in the octave, it gives you an interesting and intense sound design effect. So that's the first sound. If we go one octave higher, and of course you can use it both in a chords or single note way, however you like. And one thing is, you can use pitch bend in all of these libraries. So this is how it would sound with pitch bend. I personally like when these two sounds are played together. Let's choose a chord. It kind of gives you a very cinematic effect. And of course, you can change the key switch, make it softer from here. And use these in combination with each other. Finally, we have the Sandstream reverse, which is again the reverse sound of whatever there is in Sandstream is just reversed. But it gives us nice option to have whenever we want to create something unique. And to play, let's select the key first. Let's go E here. And if you move your velocity, you will get a gain, a volume modulation. So how it sounds would be. So like that, you can play around with the sounds you want. And let's go to this sound here and try playing it in a higher octave. Let's go even higher. So like it is mapped throughout the keyboard, you can have a shorter, high-pitched sound or lower, low-pitched sound to play around with. So these sounds are useful when you want to create a dramatic effect in whatever the project you're working on, be it song, podcast, um, cinema, or feature movie, short movie, whatever kind of project you're working on with, you can make use of these different kind of sounds that we have in this PS Khagan library. And thank you very much for staying and watching this update of PS Khagan version 4.1, which is now out there. And you can simply go to my website, sangampantha.com/shop, and find out how much it costs. It's right now, uh, it is 30 euros, and it will be 30 euros until June. That is when I will be finishing my university, and it will go back to being 50 euros. So please make use of this timeline and have this library for you. And soon we will be bringing more libraries, and let's check out what we have that's upcoming. We have Murchunga, that's uh, that's upcoming, and this is in 3 keys, and a whole lot of percussion sounds is also coming out, and some of them include loops. Now, how good is that? So here we have Dholak loops, 4x4, 115 BPM, and right now it's 114. So let's change this. Sorry, 140. Let's change it to 120. It works just fine with 120. And here we have Dholak loops, which is coming up, and there are different sounds. So these sounds will be coming very soon, as it is in fine tuning stage now before we finally release it. And here are different loops for Dholak in 140 BPM. So all of these sounds will be available very, very soon. So please keep on checking out FPS sounds in Sound and Melodies YouTube channel and in my website sangampanta.com, and more percussion will be available. The dholak, madal, and key and tabla are the ones which has loops, and you can use a combination of loops in your song for dholak, madal, key, tabla, and make your own nice songs out of it. And after percussion, of course, we have the legendary sarangi from Nepal, and different sounds from sarangi is there, and there are short legato, there are long legato. So these sounds will be made available very soon, so keep checking out. And finally, thank you very much for staying until this time and watching everything together. So we'll see you in next video, and till then, have a very nice time and continue making awesome music that you already do.